Every financial decision begins before it feels like a decision. That is not a metaphor. It is a measurable, cognitive process. Most people believe decisions begin when they sit down to choose. They don't. They begin earlier, in the moment your attention is pulled, your emotion shifts, or your body reacts. That moment is the missing link in most financial education, and it is the reason people pay thousands of dollars every year for professional advice. In 2026, research is very clear about something important. People do not pay advisors primarily for information. Information is everywhere. People pay for behavioral control. They pay for someone to say no. They pay for someone to slow them down. They pay for someone to interrupt an impulse before it becomes expensive. That interruption is often worth more than the advice itself. This module teaches you how to build that interruption internally. In Module 0, we introduce the idea of a hot state. A hot state is when emotion is high. Stress, fear, excitement, urgency, social comparison. In a hot state, your brain shifts into fast reactive thinking. Time feels shorter. Risk feels larger or smaller than it really is. Authority feels comforting. This is not weakness. This is how human cognition works. The problem is that modern financial systems are very good at pushing people into hot states on purpose. Headlines are designed to alarm you. Marketing is designed to rush you. Social platforms are designed to compare you. When people act inside these states without realizing it, they confuse reaction with decision. That confusion is expensive. The first step of financial self-efficacy is learning to recognize the trigger. The trigger is the moment the process starts. Before strategy. Before analysis. Before advice. There is only one question at this stage. What set this off? That's it. Not what should I do? Not is this smart? Not what does the expert say? Ask yourself, what activated me? Triggers usually fall into a small number of patterns. Fear. Something bad might happen if I don't act. Urgency. I need to decide right now. Comparison. Someone else is ahead of me. Authority. An expert says this matters. Excitement. This feels like an opportunity. Most people never name the trigger. They jump straight to action. By the time they are deciding, the decision has already been shaped. This is why knowledge alone is not enough. You can know the right answer and still do the wrong thing. Research consistently shows that financial self-efficacy, not literacy alone, is the strongest predictor of long-term financial behavior. Self-efficacy means the confidence and ability to act in alignment with your intentions, especially under pressure. Step 1 is where that ability begins. When you name the trigger, something important happens. The brain slows. You create a small gap between stimulus and response. That gap is the same service many advisors provide for thousands of dollars a year. They pause the process. They say, let's slow down. You are learning how to do that yourself. This step is not about suppressing emotion. Emotion is information. Fear tells you something matters. Excitement tells you something feels meaningful. The mistake is letting emotion drive the decision without inspection. This step teaches you to observe emotion without obeying it. That distinction is subtle, and it is powerful. In this course, you will practice this step without money involved. You will look at scenarios and simply identify the trigger. Not solve the problem. Not choose an outcome. Just name what activated the situation. This is intentional. You are training awareness before action. You are strengthening the same self-regulatory muscle that advisors are paid to provide externally. Over time, patterns emerge. You begin to notice which triggers affect you most. Some people are highly sensitive to comparison. Some react strongly to authority. Some are driven by fear of loss. Some are driven by excitement and upside. There is no right or wrong pattern, but unrecognized triggers control behavior. Recognized triggers lose power. This is one of the highest returns on investment you will get in this entire course. This step also protects you from one of the most costly errors in personal finance: confusing urgency with importance. Many financial products and decisions are designed to feel urgent. Urgency bypasses thinking. Urgency collapses time. Urgency increases reliance on authority. When you ask what set this off, urgency weakens. That pause alone prevents decisions that cost people tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. This is why step one comes before everything else, before time horizons, before incentives, before risk. If you cannot see the trigger, you cannot trust the decision. No spreadsheet fixes that. No product fixes that. No advisor permanently fixes that. Only self-regulation does. By internalizing this step, you are replacing one of the most expensive services in finance. You are building your own circuit breaker, your own veto, your own pause button. This is not about becoming aggressive. It is about becoming unreactive. Unreactive people keep more of their money. In the next module, we will build on this awareness. We will introduce the second step of the system. Time. You will learn how to identify which clock you are actually operating on. Because many financial mistakes are not emotional. They are temporal. They happen when short-term thinking is applied to long-term systems. When you combine trigger awareness with time awareness, you eliminate a large percentage of bad decisions before they ever reach the point of action. When you're ready, continue to Module 2.